Hi, welcome back to another AutoCount Payroll tutorial video. It's me again, Mia, the IT support of SOCSO Software Solutions Neighborhood. In this video, I will guide you on how to maintain the employee maintenance. Let's go! Back to our dashboard here, you need to go to Payroll, and then here you have the employee maintenance. So you open employee maintenance. Here you have two ways to add your employee. The first one, if you want to express add, just fill up the full name, IC, marital status, so all the compulsory info to add here. The second option is you can add new. Add new is to fully add your employee. Here, either you want to manually key in the employee code or just leave it as new, but I suggest you to key in the employee code based on your previous practice. Let's say my practice is A001 for So here you fill up the full name of your employee, and if the employee is a foreigner or is a disabled person, you can tick this function. You need to make sure its tick is active so that you can process the payroll. If later on this employee is no longer in your company, you can untick this is active. If your employee is entitled to have the e-leave, e-attendance, e-claim, you can tick all these functions that they can apply their attendance, leave and claim using their phone apps. Next one, you need to fill up the IC of the employee. After fill up the IC, it will auto-generate the date of birth and the age. Then, you can fill up other informations, and the most important is you need to update the marital status because this one will affect the tax calculation. Let's say this employee is already married, you put on married. You also can fill up the emergency contact for your employee. Next, you can go to the spouse informations. If the spouse is disabled, you can tick this one. If no need to tick. And if this employee already have child, you can add up the child using this function. Make sure you click the calculator because they have a different calculation for a different condition for the child. So if let's say the child is a disabled child and is fully claimed on this employee, so you can fill up under 100%. But if they claim 50% with a partner, so you need to put 50%. Let's say for this employee, she have a 18 years old child and is studying, so you can put 1 and then apply. The system will auto calculate the relief point. If the spouse is working, so you need to tick this function. Under the employment detail, you need to pay attention. Wages is paid by monthly, daily, hourly, or piece rate. If let's say the employee is paid under monthly, here you put the basic rate for monthly basic rate. But let's say they are paid by daily, so here you need to fill up what is the rate by daily. So let's say daily is 87 ringgit, you need to put 87 ringgit. If let's say your employee is paid by piece rate, you need to put what is the rate for one piece. So let's say if they produce one piece rate is equal to 50 ringgit, you need to fill up the basic rate over here. Now I put the common one, paid by monthly, 3,500. What is this increment function? Let's say on next year, this employee have increment about 100 ringgit. You need to add new, and then you put the effective period, let's say on February, and then you put the increment amount, let's say the increment 100, and then save. You will put the current rate is 3,600. And then you can fill up the job title, department. So by default, we only have the default department. If you wish to add on department, you can click this setting button and then click edit. Okay, so here for department, By default, we only have the default department, but if you wish to add another department, you can either go to Tools and then Department to add new departments, or you can directly add the department over here. Let's say I clear the column first, and then I click the setting, and then I click the plus button. Then I add on admin. It's active, and then save. Now you refresh. Now you can choose the admin for this employee. Employee type also, if you wish to add, you can use this button to add, or you go to Tools to add on the employee type. Next, you need to update the pay frequency. This one is also important because have the red star. So you need to decide either this employee is paid by monthly or paid by fortnightly. Fortnightly means you pay twice a month. Next, you need to set up is payment by bank transfer or cash or check. Some company, maybe for the foreign employee, normally they pay by cash. They can update for a foreign employee, you put cash. Next, if you also want to add employee details for your director, you need to tick, if he is a director, you need to tick here and you fill up the director information. If no, it means it is a normal employee. Next, you can assign the calendar. For calendar, if you want to add for a different calendar type, this one you can watch on our another video for calendar setting. Next, you need to maintain the entitlement group for this tab. What is the function of the entitlement group? Is to assign this employee is entitled for the leave and also the claim. Different employee, if they have a different rules for the leave and claim, you can create a multiple group of the entitlement. So by default, we have a standard group. If you wish to add on, you can add here, or you can go to Tools and add on the entitlement group. Okay, so if you want to know more how to maintain the entitlement group, you can watch on our next video. Next is overtime. So our overtime also, you need to make sure if the employee is entitled for overtime, you need to maintain the overtime table for that employee. If by default they are blank, even though they have overtime, they cannot calculate the rate for this employee. Make sure you got maintain the overtime table for the employee. So to assign the overtime table, you need to pay attention what is the wages type. If the wages type is a daily, you need to set daily pay for this employee. If you are monthly wages type, you need to choose monthly pay for OT table. If you have a different formula of your OT table, let's say you want to add on a fixed allowance to the formula, you can adjust at the Tools overtime. For the overtime formula, we will explain in detail in next video. Another compulsory field is the join date. Sure, you need to fill up when is the employee join date. Let's say this employee joined on 2024 March 20. So you also can update the confirm date, resign date, and also retirement date. So this one is compulsory. You need to mention either the staff is in part-times or interns or permanents. Next is the statutory requirement. By default, system already applied the EPF table for the employee, the standard rate. If your employee is a foreigner, you can assign the foreigner rate, which is the 2% for that employee. If you wish to add another EPF table, let's say you have contributed a different percent for employee and employer, yes, you can add on the EPF table. Either you want to add here or go to Tools and add on the EPF. And make sure you got fill up the employee EPF number. And then also the SOCSO is by default is assigned by category 1. If let's say for EPF and SOCSO is paid by employer, means employer paid for the EPF and also for the employee, so make sure you need to tick this button. No, you need to untick this one. For foreign employee, let's say they didn't contribute to EIS, so you need to untick this one. So if they contribute to EIS, you need to tick this one. Okay. Next, for tax status is either they are resident, non-residents, or return expert program, knowledge worker, or position of C-suite. Okay. So normally we assign for resident or non-resident. Okay. And then you need to fill up the tax number for the employee. Okay. And then if your company is entitled for HRDF contributions, make sure you tick this one. If no, you just untick. Okay. Next, we have a column for addition and deductions. So this one is to addition and deduction of the payroll item. Okay, so for this field, I will explain in more details on the allowance and deductions video. Okay, so I will show a difference for a fixed allowance or non-fixed allowance. Okay, so this one I will skip, and other information if you want to update the education or working experience for the employee, you can update. This one is optional. Next is a bank account. So this one is compulsory. If you want to use system to download the Excel file to pay for the salary, so you need to know the employee is under which bank. Okay, so let's say they are under Bank Islam, you need to put the account number and then the state. Okay, so here we have a salary percent. Okay, so let's say for this employee, they only want to pay 50% in her account and another 50% under her husband's account. So you can add on another account and put the salary percent. Okay, after that you need to click save the bank details. Okay, so next is the invite user. Okay, so this one you need to add invite user. You need to fill up the employee email so that the employee will receive invitation to log in their phone apps or in the website for the payroll system. And then you need to assign the access group for this employee. Either they are employee group or payroll group. Normally for employee, we choose the employee user. And then we have some attachments, columns, face recognitions, and also PDF. Okay, if everything is okay, you can click save. This one I don't want to invite yet, so I untick first and then I click save. After done add, you can see the employee details is over here. The employee maintenance video tutorial. So if you have questions, you can write down your questions on the comment sections below, or you can contact our support. If you have questions, you can comment down. Okay, that's all from me. Bye!